Well, listen, I'm not surprised Philly won. They've been extraordinary at home. They can take advantage of what I will continue to sound the alarms on is a major weakness for the Clippers, any type of interior defense whatsoever. They crushed them on points in the paint. Embiid was aggressive from the beginning. Ben Simmons was working throughout the game. And then in the fourth quarter, Josh Richardson lit on fire, and they end up winning the basketball game. So we know how good Philly can be. And I think they were playing a good but not a great opponent and a flawed opponent in the Clippers. But what is so frustrating is they do have these types of performances in them, that they are, if you played all 82 games at home, they'd be on pace for 76 wins this year. They can be a dominant team, yet 40 or 36 hours ago, Joel Embiid is flirting with the competition openly, seemingly already plotting his next move. Games like this don't, to me, alleviate the frustration of what happened on the internet Monday night. It exacerbates the frustration because this is not a lost cause. This is not a team that is going to have a definite failure of a season. It has been a disappointing first half of the season for a number of reasons, but their A-plus game is still, to me, the second best of any team in the conference, clearly. If you give me everyone in the East and guarantee me you're going to get their A-level game, the only team that can beat them is Milwaukee, and this is a team who defensively was built to try to slow down Milwaukee and bring in Al Horford, bring in more rim protection. So I'm not shocked by what happened last night. I am frustrated that Philly seems to be so hot and cold, Embiid seems to be so hot and cold, and there's not a level of consistency with this basketball team.
I wouldn't say that I'm shocked, but I am a little surprised. I thought they would struggle a little bit more. I knew the fans would be tough on him as expected, but I got to give him a lot of credit. Him and Ben Simmons, they rose to the occasion against a quality team in the Clippers. I thought Embiid played a better game, establishing himself early on in the paint. Yep. Got an offensive rebound and one early in the game.
Said to the crowd.
Right, got going. Yep. He got to the free throw line 13 times. He only made 8 free throws. But the fact that, and I talked about this, he has to kind of shy away. I made a couple threes yesterday that were nice, but he has to continue to be the dominant force inside. He has tremendous moves. He has a chance to dominate the paint, and I thought he did a great job of that yesterday. And also, you got to give Brent Brown a little credit. I mean, he benched Al Horford. He did something to try to change up the team a little bit, and we know how good they've been at home. But one thing you got to know about these two young guys, they're going to have to go through adversity playing in Philly. When me and Paul played in Boston, and obviously we didn't have championship aspirations, we were trying to make the playoffs. The fans are going to be on you. They expect greatness, and then when the fans see you playing hard and doing everything that you can do on the court to be good, they support you. And B don't want to have this. You don't want to have this brotherly love with them back and forth with Twitter and Instagram. He needs to leave that alone and just play and don't give up. And you talked about this yesterday too, Nick. They got a good team. I don't know why he wants to give up on this right away. They're the 5th seed right now, with potential to go even higher in the Eastern Conference. And if they could put together multiple games like this on the road. It's not so much about at home. It's on the road. Can they perform on the road? That's what they're going to have to get better at if they want to advance in the playoffs.
And Brett Brown did say about these two, they played last night arguably the best he's ever seen them play since Brett Brown came to the Sixers. So they finally put it all together. And you're right. They can be fantastic, but there's no consistency to it. They're capable of it, but you don't see it night in, night out, and you especially don't see it on the road, like Antoine said.
And I think Brett Brown's overstating it just a bit because the issue with the Sixers has been end-of-game situations. How are they going to generate offense in the fourth quarter? And yesterday, the worst quarter for Ben and Joel was the fourth quarter, but Josh Richardson was outstanding. He had 17 points in the quarter. He hit tough three after tough three, and Kawhi and Paul George down the stretch in this game were not good. Marcus Morris, second game with the Clippers, had a really rough 90 seconds where he shoves Joel, where he gets an offensive foul, where then Joel swats his shot at the rim. So there was this could have gone poorly for Philly at the end, but yeah, to your guys' point, if you played all 82 games on the road, they're on a 26-win pace. All 82 at home, they're on a 76-win pace. Tell me, Antoine, if you're on a basketball team that has such a big home-road discrepancy, is that a maturity issue? Is that guys don't understand the, not to be cliche, but the business trip aspect to going on the road? Because that's how it strikes me.
Well, I don't think with this team, we don't hear stories. We don't hang with them, obviously, off the court, but it doesn't seem like a party team, a team that's not really focused. I think it's about your superstars knowing when to step up. And on the road, your superstars have to take their game to the next level. These two guys are expected to be all-stars in this league, and they both are all-stars in this league. But it's time to go to another level. That's when they're supposed to control things. That's when Embiid is supposed to be aggressive and on the offensive end. The problem is Ben Simmons, I thought, did a terrific job last night, getting in the pick and roll very low where he could turn the corner, where he didn't have to shoot jump shots. He did a terrific job of that last night. They just got to get better offensively on the road. If they don't do that, then they're going to have problems winning in the playoffs, because in the playoffs you can't, obviously you're not going to play every game at home. And the way they're flirting right now, 5th, 6th seed, you're going to have to go on the road to win the playoffs. And that, right now, the numbers don't show that they're going to do very well.
Look, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the team they beat last night in the Clippers, who, like I mentioned, did play Kawhi, who had a big night in 30 points. What do you make of that loss on their side?
Well, listen, the Clippers, even if they beat Boston tomorrow night in Boston, which is far from a guarantee, if the Lakers beat the Nuggets tonight, they're going to be 5 losses behind the Lakers with less than 30 games to play. The Clippers have essentially punted on the 1 seed, and I think it's going to be a mistake, and I think that what happened to them last night is indicative of a bigger problem. You look at points in the paint, I think it was 58-38. I had Clipper fans tweeting me all day, all week, oh, you're underrating Zubac as a rim protector. Okay, all right, show me that, because in order for the Clippers, they have made it clear, Antoine, the regular season doesn't matter. It's about winning a championship. To win a championship, they're going to have to beat the Lakers and they're going to have to beat the Bucks, 2 teams that are dominant on the inside, even more dominant than Philly. I don't think they have the personnel for it.
And they have to beat the Nuggets. I'm not going to count the Nuggets out. The Nuggets has been the last couple years have been in the playoffs and played tough playoff series. That group and core that they have in Denver have been together a long time. They're not going to be afraid of the moment. They're not going to be scared of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So they put themselves in a tough position, but they better stay in that 2-3 seed. You don't want to play the Lakers in the first round and fall to that 4th seed. So
Lakers in the second round.
I mean, the second round. I'm sorry. You don't want to play the Lakers in the second round. You want to stay in that 2nd or 3rd seed so you can see them in the Western Conference Finals.
And Paul George got to play a little better. I mean, last night was bad, but he's had a bad, a few weeks now. So Paul George got to step it up a bit.
All right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.